This video is in response to students asking how to draw different types of pegs for the game other than these basic ones, especially to match some different designs that they're doing. So we're going to come up with different ways of doing this. The main ways we're going to be showing you is how to do a revolve and a loft. So the first thing we're going to do is just close this off. We start off with a fresh drawing, and what we're going to do is create a sketch. I normally just draw my profiles on the side for the revolve. Click on that here. And then what we need to do is create a line. The shortcut is L, so I'll be using L from now on. So L, left click on here, drag up to the height of the peg that you want it. I want 35. Then I'll move this across, so I like to draw on the left hand side. I'll type in L again, left click drag. I want the radius, I only want half the diameter, so it's going to be 6.5. And let the program or the Fusion do it for you, so divide by 2. Enter. That gives me now my radius. Hit line, left click, drag up for our height, depth of our hole, which is 15. You can make that different to what you want and hit enter. At any time, remember, you can go back and stop the video and watch what I've done, and you can then go through that way. So that leaves our space here that above the board game that we can design. So I'm just going to hit line. I'm just going to use straight lines, and you can click, you can do anything you like to fill in there. You can play around and experiment with it. Once I've done, I'm going to hit escape, and then there you go. We can play that profile. I finished my sketch. Here is a profile, and then what we're going to do then is go to revolve. It's in blue. If it's not in blue, you need to click select, and you click inside it. So select, click inside, it turns blue. The axis is we want the vertical one, and then it'll turn around, and there we go. So we can create a peg for your game at different shapes. Your shape is just your imagination, and you come up with different things. If you want to edit it, go down your sketch, right click, edit sketch, and then you can edit and move things around if you want by left clicking and holding the line and doing that. Once you do that, it'll actually change your design in here. So that's that one. So what I'm going to do is just go save, and we'll call this peg 1. So we'll get through this quickly. So we're just going to go to a new one. We're going to do the same thing again. So I'm just going to go on front, click on that plane line. We'll make that 35 again. Backspace 35. I move that across, line, left click, 6.5. Oops, 6.5 divided by 2. Enter. Line, my peg height, which is 15. Once again, I got this gap. You can use a multiple of straight lines, whatever you want. I'm going to use a spline this time. Or you can use a combination of lines and splines. It's up to you, but as long as it's closed. So if you can't find the spline, you can see it there. So just click, I'm going to left click on this and go like that. Now you must click on the bottom and you must click on the top to close the lining of your profile. If it's not closed and you can't revolve it, it's because it isn't closed. Once you've done that, you hit escape, hit the screen, and then you can move it. You can also manipulate these around like so. I'm just going to make mine like this. If you double click on it, you can, at that point, you can actually stretch these out and you can manipulate things as well. So go finish. Here's my profile. Once again, I'm going to then revolve it. It's already collected. Hit the, and here you go. You can have a different shape. Once again, it's your imagination that will limit what you can do to it. So I'll save that. I'll call that peg 2. That's that way. And what we'll finally do is do another different type. Instead of using revolve this time, what we're going to use what is called loft. So we need to start off with the basic base of the peg. So I'm going to hit top. We're going to hit that plane. I'm going to go circle, which is the bottom of our peg, which is 3. Sorry, that is 6.5. You can have square pegs if you want to. It's up to you and depends on your base of your design. I'll finish it. And if you're 3D printing, you can come up with anything you want. So we're going to go extrude, drag that up 15. We're going to go enter. And now what I'm going to do is that takes me to the top of my board. Now I can build up whatever I want. So I'm going to create a sketch on top. Now you can use squares or circles for this. If you want to use a rectangular shape, if you can't find it up there, go to rectangle, and there it is here. I'm just going to quickly go out. I'm just going to type in 10, tab 10. That gives me that. I finish. Then what I'm going to do now is create a offset plane. So we're going to offset plane, click on top. I'm just going to drag that up, say 10. Enter, create a sketch on that plane. I'm just going to put a circle this time because I can. Put a circle, finish. Once again, and you just keep on doing this. Create a sketch, move it up, go OK. Create a sketch on that plane. Then draw another circle. I'm just going to go this big this time, finish. And if I want to, I'm just going to go to another plane, and this time I'm going to drag it up again. I'm going to go OK, and let's be daring and put a square on it. And put it like this. And it's going to be slightly smaller, so I'm just going to 8. Tab 8. Go enter. Finish. So here I've got my different profiles, and what we're going to do now is joining by lofting. So I'm going to go create, loft, click, click on each one, and then what I'll do is just join those shapes together. There you go. So you can create a shape like that as well. Once again, down the bottom here, when you hold your cursor on here, you can see the different items, and if you want to, you can always go back in, right click on them, edit it, and you can move them around and alter them to suit yourself. Okay, so we're going to go save and go peg number 3. And once again, you can just go around and play with them whatever you want. Now that I've got them drawn, I'm just going to quickly close them off because I don't need them anymore because we've saved them. And what we're going to do is go on here. So here's all our different pegs. I'm just going to quickly copy my original design, my copy, and here it is here. I'm going to double click on it and open it up with my left button. And then I'm just going to go hold my control, click that, right click, delete, go OK. So they're gone now. And then I'm going to hit save, go OK. For some reason, I have to do it this way. I don't know what's happening, so I'm just going to close it off. And then what I'm going to do now is just drag that back into the game. Into my drawing. I just found that works. I go OK. Now what we can do is we can start adding our different pegs in. So what I'm going to do is just left click and drag it in to my drawing, and it'll actually take it to its drawing point. Depends where you've drawn your from and your game from. You might end up with something like this. It doesn't really matter. So what we're going to do is I'll leave it like that. And then what I'm going to do now is put it into the game. So we're going to create a joint. And what we're going to tell it is that we want the center of the bottom of the peg to line up with the top of this hole here. Top of the bottom here. And we'll drag it across. And then there you have it. So you have that inserted now into your game. If you have these at a symmetrical distance and everything else, you can use what we're about to use now as a pattern. If not, they're in random spots. You'll have to do this individually for each piece. But if you have them symmetrically like I have, so what you can do is go down to pattern, and you can go rectangular. Mine's up here. You've got to make sure it's on component. Select the object. Yep. Select the direction. I want it to go this way. So I'm just going to click on that line because it's going in the direction I want. I'm going to move that across. I'm just going to drag that out. And see there's copies of it. We want 5 because there's 5 holes. I know my distance from the center to the end is 30 mil. So I'm just going to type in 30. And then the other one I have to want to do is because it's just going in one direction, I want to be symmetrical, so it wants to be even either side. We go OK. And there we go. There we have our pegs out of a different design for our game. Once again, as I said, if you want to, you can go into here. If you want to do the other way is you've got to click in. If they're not symmetrical, what you need to do is just put all your games in and just put them in individually. So just by the same thing, just go joint. I want the center of that one like that to line up with the bottom of this hole here. I'll move it in, you go okay, and you're done. And then what you'd have to do is go like that, drag another one in, or you can drag all 5 in at one time, it's up to you. You can move it out so you can see the bottom of it, or depends where it is. Once again, joint, bottom, click on the hole, turn it around, and then click on the bottom of the hole. And you just keep on putting each one in. Just one final thing. What can happen is, say they clash or they hit or something like that, and I really don't like that design. What you can do is go in there, open that peg up in your drawing, go to edit, edit sketch. And what I'm going to do is just bring that out. I want that in a bit more. I like that design there. I finish it. Make sure you hit save. Go OK. And I'll just close it off. You don't need that. When I go back into my own design, there's going to be a warning saying that changes have been made. So I need to go up to the top here, click on this yellow signal here, and then it'll change my design. There you go. So you don't have to just, if you go back and don't like it, you just go back to your drawing and modify it, and then update your drawing, and it will change. So hopefully that's helped you and given you some ideas to come up with your designs. I may make another video showing you how to get all this stuff to be 3D printed. All right, so there you go. Thank you.